Connecting the dots, because the media won't do it. Part 1, Autry Lies. These go to the heart of the matter. Okay, number 1. The purpose of the 2003 merger was to create 2 independent museums, and the results would be synergistic improvement of both, Autry in Griffith Park and the Southwest Museum in Mount Washington. That was in the merger. It was agreed upon and signed by lawyers. That legal condition is now broken. It's really one giant institution, now with a fancy brand name called ANC, Autry National Center. They closed the Southwest Museum with no plan to reopen it and took a large and priceless collection away. Listen to this audio recording of John Gray. He states, "People don't matter, nor collections." This is from a 2003 Museum Association meeting.
You know, it's a very interesting thing. I do not come from the museum world. I have a corporate background. Our second merger with Los Angeles' oldest museum, the Southwest Museum of the American Indian, is really also about mission, but in a little bit different way. But we aren't calling this a merger. We're calling this the creation of the Autry National Center of the American West. And that is because we're looking at not only a larger institution, but the largest idea, i.e. the largest mission. It's so important to emphasize that this overarching idea of the National Center and the larger idea of telling all of these stories is really how all the decisions are made. The decisions aren't made based on dollars, controls, people, collections. They're made in the larger context. And so far, so good. 2 people brought it together. They were on the board, one from the Southwest, one from the Autry, who were old friends, and they said, "It's time we did this. No more talking."
Sounds like a cult. All right, on to number 2. Lie number 2. A written promise to the community from John Gray and Dwayne King. They promised to continue a museum if necessary studies show it was feasible. Those studies said yes, it could be done with maximizing the space for exhibitions. Autry ignores these facts, one of them by their own expert, Brenda Levin, and simply asserts not feasible, like a child stomping his feet. Therefore, they relocate the Southwest Museum to the fancy new Autry National Center building. More disrespect for our community. How was that promise broken? Easy. Here's a communication from 2006. Just shortly after the study came out showing feasibility, John Gray was in serious dialogue with a community college district to redevelop the Southwest Museum into a school. That was a clearly premeditated lie. Finally, lie number 3. Now, these are just the first 3 we're giving you. They're big ones, but there's many, many more. John Gray and the Autry board fancy themselves a wealthy institution. This is not true. But the media has replayed this myth so much that it now appears to be fact. That the Autry was a wealthy institution with a large endowment coming from Mrs. Autry. This is a blatant lie. A $100 million endowment means, by definition, that you have the cash and control it through investment. Here's the annual report showing it was a pledge upon death of Mrs. Autry. She's alive and well. I need to tell John Gray that. That's it for the first section of Connect the Dots. This is the first of many parts to show how the community's being screwed. I hope you check back and watch some of the other parts. This is an unnecessary loss. It can be stopped if you get involved. And now, your moment of fun.
What is it? It's Autry's men making another raid.